Do you struggle with knowing the right things to bring on vacation? Well, you're in luck because today we're going to talk about 7 key items to bring on your next vacation here on Get Organized with Jodi. Hi, I'm Jodi Granock. I'm a certified professional organizer with over 15 years in the field. And at the time of this recording, I have actually just come back from a fabulous vacation. So, with that in mind, I thought today would be the perfect time to talk about 7 key items to bring on your next vacation because we all look forward to taking a vacation. But if we're not prepared, it can lead to a stressful experience. You don't want to bring your entire house with you, but you want to have the right things to help you when you're on vacation without having to stop what you're doing and go to the store, go to the pharmacy, to a box store. We want to just have what we need and be prepared for most situations. So, with that in mind, here are 7 key items that I think are very helpful to bring with you when you are planning your next vacation. And the first one you have all the time, it's the weather app on your phone. But here's the key. Add all the cities where you're going to be visiting and staying on your trip into your weather app ahead of time because that will help you determine the clothing and outerwear to bring on your next vacation. Key point for me when we were planning our most recent trip, there was a lot of difference in the weather because we were taking a road trip and going to several different towns and cities. And so, even though it was a very hot summer that we went on this trip, there were times that it was cold and rainy, and boy, was I glad that I had brought some long sleeve shirts and some, having a jacket was very helpful. The second item to bring, if you're taking a road trip, I would say, not necessarily on a plane ride, but is an insulated cooler. So you can save a lot of time, money, and of course, potential empty calories on those rest stops if you bring your own snacks on the trip, which are most likely to be healthier because you're thinking ahead. So you can bring water, juice, fresh fruit and vegetables, yogurt, cheese snacks. This will hopefully prevent you from just running into a convenience store or a gas station and just grabbing chips or candy bars or things that aren't going to be as healthy for you and will save you some money because you don't have to spend money on those items. You could save it for the experiences that you're having on the trip. The third item, pain relievers and cold medicine. I speak from experience. It's very easy to remember the medicines that you take every day. We make sure we pack those things. But what about if you pull a muscle or you get a headache or you catch a cold or virus while you're on vacation? By having some of these pain relievers and cold medicine in addition to your regular medication, it could save you a trip to the local pharmacy. Item number 4 would be resealable bags. I love using resealable bags when I go on vacation. First thing I use it for is I like to pre-portion out snacks from a bulk container, like trail mix or nuts. So I'll buy a big container of these items to save money instead of the pre-packaged kind, and I'll pre-portion it out myself into these resealable bags. Another thing I like to use resealable bags for are all my toiletry items because they tend to do, slimy, runny, leaky, sometimes even break. And the last thing you want is for everything in your suitcase to get damaged. So not only do I separate my toiletry items into these resealable bags, but because these things happen on a somewhat frequent basis, I also carry extra bags. So if I get to the hotel and realize that my lotion leaked and has made the bag a mess, I can put it into a new bag before I come home. You can also group smaller, like-minded items together to make it easier to find in a larger bag. So not only, going back to my snack example, not only do I like to pre-package some of my snacks, but I like to put all the snacks that I'm going to bring on a trip into one bag that I can then throw into a larger thing like a duffel bag or a suitcase, but it'll be easy for me to find later. The next item is a power strip, because sometimes the place that you're staying doesn't have enough outlets, or they don't have enough outlets in the right places for you to charge all of your devices. So bring a power strip and you fix that problem. Item number 6. This is a genius one. I can't take credit for it, but boy, do I love it. Binder clips. I make a habit of bringing binder clips with me, especially if we're traveling to a hotel. Because if you're a light sleeper like I am, you don't want that daylight seeping in before you're ready to get up. And sometimes you just can't close the curtains enough to prevent those streams of light coming in. So using a binder clip or a few can help make sure that you keep the curtains completely closed until you are ready to get up and face a new day. And the last item that I always bring with me on vacation are trash bags. I like to bring one or two trash bags in my luggage so that I can separate out dirty clothes from clean clothes, but also damp items as I'm traveling. And this is great, especially if you have things that they're not just damp, they might be very wet. So if you are going swimming, if you have a beach towel, or even if you like to bring your own towel to a hotel. I know I don't always like the towels that they have in a hotel. Sometimes I bring my own, and I don't have to worry about things getting damp and ruining other items in my luggage because I just pack it into a trash bag. So there you have it, 7 key items to bring on your next vacation. I would love to hear from you in the comments below. What are your must-haves when you go on vacation? I encourage you to visit organizingmagic.com for more organizing resources, including our free e-newsletter and information about our monthly Zoom webinars, which are also free. And remember that new videos drop every Friday, so be in the know and click like and subscribe before you go so you never miss a single video. I'll see you next time.